Okay, we got this restrung R9 with this serving like I like to use. I've shot her a few times. I've changed the scope on this boat. I've got a Hawk 2x8 on it. Got a nice fine crosshair. Okay, now I've shot it a few times, zeroing this thing in at 40, and then I just went all the way back to 80. A couple of times right up front at 20. Okay, I'm gonna tilt my head back. Now, if you see the first target there, though, that's too close. I'm back here 80 yards, that next target back there. Okay, it's got an orange dot on it, and I've done shot it twice. But one time I was shooting it, I wanted to make a little scope adjustment. Now, I've got a bolt in it down there. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna walk down there every time after I shoot. We're gonna call this down here when I go to it shot number 1. I'm gonna run about 10 shots through this bow. I'll walk up to the target, and you all can see what she's a-doing. Wind's not too bad out here right now. Number 1, maybe you see that in the camera. We'll flip her back down. We're gonna fire again. I'm out here playing with this Raven R9 now that I've put this reserved this string on using my method with the serving and all. I've shot her a few times at 80 yards. She looks pretty good. Off that string. Got a real nice lateral on this bow. That scope, it'll let you see more of that thinner crosshair in it. And I looked at my level real good today too. Made one little slight adjustment to it. Like the setup. Couple more shots, 80 yards. All these shots on this video are 80 yards. That scope on that bow with that thinner crosshair, now I'm actually coming out of these shots a little bit. Okay, I can tell. I'm still getting that close to that dot coming out of a shot. I can see myself coming out a little left, and I'm still getting that close to that dot at 80 yards. So you don't know how much you move until you got something you can tell. See, that old dot on that old Raven scope is got a lot of subtension. Doesn't give you a good visual of what you're doing with the bow. Follow through, the whole works. Last 2 of the day, still 80 yards. Bow is shooting magnificent. It's shooting better than I am. How's that sound? I've owned guns in my life I didn't care for because they couldn't outshoot me. I got some now that does. This bow is outshooting me, okay? Guarantee you. By the way, this bow is knocking magnificently. You get a nice good clank when you go back in there with that bolt. Okay. This scope's a little heavier than a Raven scope. If anybody's interested, I'll give you a little look at my knocking point there. You can see what she looks like, and if you'll go back and look at that thread on Crossbow Nation, you'll see a very similar looking picture on there. Okay, I took with a camera. Probably, after about 77 shots or so, I think is when I started showing pics. Okay, real good setup here. Deer season opens up, they're in big trouble.